Welcome to the City of Angels, a city that I have never had a desire to visit. But here we are, I'm challenging my beliefs and what I think about this city, and my goal is actually to like it, even if it's just a little bit. So here we go. I had a wonderful start to my trip. I had a 5-hour delay and I did my makeup at the airport. Got a BMW. Got some delicious burgers. You know, the way I kept thinking about LA was in a very romanticized way, and I had to try and like something that I initially didn't like. To me, in the moment, LA was this tapestry of golden sunlight and endless dreams where every street corner was humming with creativity and possibility. And I could definitely see that. I saw that in the people, in the shops, these up-and-coming places. There was so much energy. Hey everyone, so welcome to my day one recap of Los Angeles. When you first get here, you really think about that LA dream, all those Hollywood kind of things. But that's initially what came to mind, and seeing all the palm trees was very nice. I love seeing them. Even now, there's a bunch of them surrounding me, and this Airbnb that we chose is like perfect. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll have to show you guys like the garden and the surroundings. But anyway, so back to Los Angeles. So in Los Angeles, for our first day, we didn't get to do a whole lot because we got here a little bit late. My flight was delayed by about 4 or 5 hours. I'll have to double check because they just kept adding more and more hours, so I kind of lost track. Once we got here, we ended up going to In-N-Out. Of course, no shame, it's delicious. Now, about the actual excursion around the city. We have rented a car because it's just the easiest thing to do when you come to LA. And the car is gorgeous. It is a convertible BMW, so we have been having so much fun in that car. I definitely recommend having a car because everything in LA is very far. I think that having this car really makes the experience that much more interesting. I think if we were just in a regular car, it wouldn't be the same. I definitely suggest investing into a nice car for the rental. Going out into the city was nice, I would say, like driving around the palm trees and such. But once we got into some of the more sketchy parts of the neighborhoods and the city, it was a little bit discouraging because you start to not feel very safe, especially being in a convertible. Someone could literally just come and like snatch you and you're gone. But that didn't happen, thankfully. One of the things we did was going to the Last bookstore. This is a bookstore that is very unique. It has a lot of like art that is made with the books, and I thought that was super interesting, and I had never really seen that before. But I will say the place was a little bit eerie, I guess I'll say. Not really scary, but like there were some parts that were scary. If you go upstairs to the horror section, of course it has to be scary. It's the horror section, so they definitely did a good job with that. There was like a creepy portrait of some little girl, and it looked like a prison cell. It was a lot. I guess I do recommend going in there. Maybe you could find a pretty good book. There's a large selection. About downtown Los Angeles, I was a little bit shocked because I didn't expect it to be so empty. It felt very empty. It felt like there were not many people out there. It was very, very solitary, and it kind of makes you feel not very safe. Especially, you know, I'm with my friend, we're 2 women, and walking around downtown, not the move, low-key. Perhaps go at a different time, or just pick your specific spot, go there, and then dip. Maybe that. Okay, another thing we did was go to Rodeo Drive, and I really thought it was so cool. Of course, it's super upscale, very bougie. I'm definitely not going to buy anything there, that kind of vibe. However, it's very beautiful, just even for like the architecture. It's very simplistic, and I like how everything's so cohesive. The color palette is great, and then they have like a bunch of like palm trees, of course, and that just looks like perfection. So all of that makes it look very beautiful. Also, a little mini experience that we had. So we were just in our little BMW convertible, and we were recording a little video inside of there, and we suddenly look to our right and see Benny Blanco. I think that's his name, Selena Gomez's boyfriend, and that was interesting. I didn't expect to see a celebrity, you know, just walking casually down the street, but I mean, hey, it's literally their playground, so it makes sense. Rodeo Drive shimmers like a dream you can almost touch. Golden light on glass windows, names that whisper promises of a better life. It's easy to get lost here, to believe that luxury is the peak of happiness. The Getty reminds me that beauty isn't bought, it's felt. In the gardens, the air is softer, carrying the scent of earth and petals. Shadows play across the stone paths, and the breeze moves through the leaves like a quiet song. Here, time slows, and every flower feels like a miracle in the sun. And as I sit in Nobu, the ocean stretching endlessly before me, I think of how the waves carry secrets older than all of this, and they keep moving, untouched by the things we chase. The city glitters behind me, but the sky and the sea meet in a secret conversation, and I leave with the kind of fullness no gold could ever give. In the mirror, I see a girl suspended in a dream, part ocean, part city light, and for a second, I wonder which world she belongs to. So for day 2, we did quite a few things. We started off a little bit late. We had kind of a chill, laid-back morning at the Airbnb, just took our time getting ready. And after that, I found this really cute cafe in Rodeo Drive area. It's called Chaumont. It's like a French bakery, and they had the most delicious egg and cheese croissant sandwich. It was so good. After that, we went around Rodeo Drive again because we wanted to see it in the daytime. We went to Air One, which is, I think that's how you say it. We went there and we got a smoothie. So apparently Hailey Bieber gets her smoothie there. So we went and tried that one. It's like a strawberry one. I got a mango one, my friend got strawberry, but we both agreed that Hailey Bieber's was not as delicious as we thought it would be. I preferred the mango one. I thought it was really good, but I will say they're very rich, so I don't think I would buy one again unless it's something a little more light. After Air One, we went back to the parking. We found free parking. I didn't realize that there would be some free parking there, but there was like a garage with free parking, and I think you get the first 2 hours free, and then after that you have to start paying. After leaving Rodeo Drive area, we went to the Getty, and I had never heard about this, but I found it online. And it looked like they had like a very beautiful garden, so that was very intriguing to me. It looked very reminiscent of like French gardens. I thought it was very cute, the actual garden and the little walkway going up to it. It was very floral, and they had different plants and succulents too, which I thought were a perfect nod to Los Angeles. And I would say the Getty was kind of big. I didn't get to explore all of it, just the gardens. So next we went to Nobu, Malibu, and it was quite the beautiful drive over there. Once we got to Nobu, I didn't really have any expectations because I had never been to a Nobu before. This was my first one. I would say it was a little bit smaller than I thought, and I thought it would be a little more luxurious just because of all of the hype I hear around it. But it was very cute nonetheless. I really enjoyed it. I think like low-key, their bathrooms had better ambiance than like the actual restaurant. They were playing great music and the lighting was like phenomenal. We just got a cocktail and it was delicious. And after that, let's see, we left Nobu and then we drove back to LA area because it was getting kind of late. We were getting some food. We got Italian food. It was tasty, but not the best. I feel like I didn't enjoy it that much. But I will say, right before we got into the Italian restaurant, there was a bunch of people just watching something and like filming it, and we were like, what's going on here? I low-key thought it was because there were cops too, and I thought there was some type of like perilous situation happening, but then I looked a little more and I was like, wait a second, like these people, I can't remember what it was called, they were on some elevated like thingy. They were shooting a show, and I asked the lady there and she said that they were shooting a Netflix show called The Rookie. I have never heard of it, but it's apparently a cop show. It was really cool to see a show being filmed. We're really getting that like Hollywood LA experience because yesterday we saw Benny Blanco and then today we got to see Rookie being filmed. It was cool to see that. My last day in LA began on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Over 2,700 stars stretching for more than a mile are here. And the crazy part is that each one costs $75,000 to place. Fame is literally paved in gold here. After this, we were at Hollywood Park and we were looking at the Hollywood sign. And it used to not be as iconic as it is now. It used to be a real estate ad. After this, we went to the Griffith Observatory, and it was absolutely incredible to see this pendulum. I really thought it was awesome for the science. Venice Beach, oh my goodness, it was such a breath of fresh air, quite literally. Life just felt a lot brighter and freer. The murals, the music, the boardwalk, everything moved to its own rhythm, and all the waves were so immense. Lastly, we ended our LA trip with the Hotel Bel Air, and it was so glamorous. It was just a little hidden oasis wrapped in quiet gardens and soft light. It was like LA was whispering its final goodbye. For our final full day in LA, we started off a little bit late in the morning. We went to get breakfast, I guess brunch at République, and it was absolutely delicious. There was a really long line outside. It has really great reviews and a ton of reviews, so I figured this would be a really good find. It proved to be that, just that. The line was super long, but it went by really fast, so definitely wait in line if you get the chance. It's a very big space inside. They have a lot of different pastries and a lot of food options, and their pastries are very unique. It's nothing basic like, say, a chocolate cake or chocolate mousse cake or things like that. It's almost like fusions, because there's a dessert called the Paris-Brest, something like that. They do Thai tea flavored filling instead of what normally goes in it, and it was absolutely delicious. I wish I could have like 10 more of those. And after that, we decided to go to the Walk of Fame. I didn't really have high expectations for it because I have kind of, seen some reviews about it and heard some things. I think it was interesting. It was cool to see people's names on the floor, on the stars, but it was very anticlimactic. But props to them for making it. So, since we were in Hollywood, we had to see the Hollywood sign. We went to this park and we had a decent view for it. I think that if we would have gone hiking and then gone up to take a picture with it and see it a little bit closer, that would have been a lot more interesting. But we were able to see it from there nonetheless. It was very packed with people. Everybody was trying to get a photo with the Hollywood sign. After the Hollywood sign, we went to the Griffith Observatory, and I was pretty stoked to go there. But I think, again, I expected more. I don't know what else I was expecting, but perhaps I didn't take the right path around there. I don't know, explore it thoroughly, but I feel like I did, and yeah, a little underwhelming, but that's fine. After the Griffith Observatory, we went to Venice Beach, and it was pretty nice. I will say though, it was so cold. I was not ready for that. There were people out there wearing coats, just, to get the point across. But either way, it was really nice, it was relaxing, and we just stayed there a few minutes or so, 30, whatever, and after that, we left. We came back to the Airbnb, and we were just resting a little bit, so we were looking for a restaurant. I found a restaurant in Hollywood, again. It was like this pizzeria that was super yummy. I really loved it. I loved the vibes in there. It was so cute and just very aesthetically pleasing. I highly recommend this spot. And now we're on the last half day. I think today we're going to the Bel Air Hotel, and we'll see what that's about. Thank you for coming on this LA journey with me. I really had a change of heart towards LA, and I quite like it. I would definitely come back here again, and there's so much to explore. LA is very big. Next time I'm going to come prepared, full on list, and hopefully a little more nature next time. I'll see you in the next video.